Welcome everyone back to another exciting edition of Talk 122 with your superintendent, Dr. Terrell Yarbrough. I'm here, with another special guest. I feel like all the guests we've had on, are special and do a great job within our community and for our kids and in our schools. And so we have, Mike Sterling, president of our school board, on today. And I want Mike to kind of talk a little bit about, if you would share it with the audience, your experience being in the Harlem School District, both as a student, obviously now as the president of the school board, and also too as a business owner. And we'll kind of go from there.
Okay, that'd be great. So, you just want me to start from the beginning?
Yep.
All right. Well,
whatever you want to share. Good stuff.
Good stuff. No, it was good. I had a great experiences in the Harlem. Always started at Ralston with great teachers. Got to really learn and grow, and they pushed the boundaries there. I remember we had the science lab that was just getting done, and did a lot of our science stuffs out there with one of our science teachers. Really good experiences that went home. And then going to the middle school and actually doing sports for the first time. Okay. I mean, we did basketball in elementary, but that was more boys club kind of stuff. But really doing the team sports for the school district was at Harlem Middle.
Now you were a football player, right?
Football and basketball, and did baseball.
Oh, okay.
It was the same group of kids that we grew up with. So I mean, it was good experiences all around.
Okay.
Really loved playing football for Harlem, and that spurred me to actually continue to the high school and then go forward.
Okay, all right, no, that's good. And so obviously as a student, you had a really good experience, right? And a lot of us who are here and obviously in the district and working, we do it for the kids, right?
Correct.
And so when you think about everything that you just described and you connect it to why you eventually wanted to run for the board, can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, there was a vacancy, so then I said, I would like to try to help out. Mm-hmm. I have two businesses in the district. I have two kids that are in the district, okay. And having a business acumen, I thought that I could bring more of a different approach to the district. Okay. What I found out was I can, but those needs, and it's more other experiences that I get to play on and actually use to help me make decisions and go forward.
Okay. So and that's great. And so when you say that, especially for our kids who are, who may watch this podcast, right? And obviously we want to grow our own and want our kids to go out and be successful, and hopefully if they choose education, come back and be a part of our staff, right?
Well, let me stop you right there. If anybody, the kids out there, believe me, if I'm sitting in this chair, you can be, because I think I had probably the most attentions, okay. A lot of referrals, okay. But I was able to overcome. I was able to have good teachers that led me and taught me and showed me better ways. Okay. But for real, it was a trying experience through middle school.
Okay. And
the same person you see here is not that person. So I mean, it's that whole journey that you go on for those experiences. So I mean, I get to play on some of those things where I'd say, hey, I remember me in some of those experiences and what I did and how it helps me give more, I'm trying to think of the best way to say it, more credence or more well-rounded decisions, okay. to see more sides.
Gotcha. So you can go ahead and take a sip there. You're giving us a lot of good information here. So when and I'm going to break it down in three parts. So as a school board member, for our students, right? Take them behind the curtain a little bit with what's if you could think of one thing, of your favorite thing about being a part of the school board, right? What would it be when you think of kids?
When I think of kids,
and serving kids, and what do Like, just like you're just so proud of, to be a part of the school board and able to do that?
Working together to try to give them every opportunity possible.
Okay.
Think outside of what we've always been taught to, because when I went to school, when you went to school, there was a big push for everybody to go to college.
Right. Yep.
And the real world is there's electricians out there making $110,000 right now. I mean, there are so many other pathways that we haven't done, and I'm trying to get kids to be able to do all that. I'm so excited about
Yes.
to give them so many opportunities that
Right.
say, hey, you don't have. I mean, you can go to college,
Mm-hmm.
but let's give you other life lessons that you might be able to use and give you an actual taste of the world and see what you want to do.
Right. And I'm glad you said that and mentioned that, because that is a big push for us, right now is shifting from the college for all, mindset, to college and career readiness, right? And
Correct.
so there's a path for everyone, right? And so this year, in starting our pathways and things for our freshmen that have come in and been able to choose a certain path, and we're looking to expand, on that as we go. So that's great. So now, thinking about it from a staff, right, from staff perspective and the school board, what would you like to say to our staff? Like, just being a school board member and you're supporting them.
Something that I say to them every time I see them is this: thank you. My grandmother was a teacher.
Okay.
My aunt, uncle were teachers, are teachers.
Okay.
My wife's a teacher.
Okay.
There's so many hours that people don't understand before school, during school, after school, that the job's never done when it's not a 9 to 5.
Okay.
It's all day,
Right.
all night, answering emails, remembering a plan or a process. So, like, thank you doesn't go enough, but thank you. I mean, it's sincere to the bottom of my heart. All the trying times that we're going through, they go in and there's a new day with a new rule or a new procedure, and they overcome.
Right. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
to be there and be able to do that,
Yeah.
thank you.
And I felt that. And me knowing you the way that I do, I know you meant that as well. So, and then finally, so I quit grilling you a little bit, from the community perspective, right? And obviously being a part of the community, and wanting to give back to the community. Favorite board, like a board moment, or just how you feel when you're, touching base with the community, with your job or your role.
All right. So favorite part of being in the
Yep, just being on the board and being able to connect with the community and things of that nature.
Weird one is comments from the community when actually I get to actually hear from teachers that come in,
Okay.
and a lot of the the pledge of
I got
allegiance.
you to laugh. I'm good.
The,
This is
the,
good
the,
now.
the pledges, the different pledges of allegiance that we get from the classes.
Yep.
I love them,
Yeah.
and that's been really good. And thank you to the board that they put together.
Okay. Yeah.
And they snuck my daughter in on one.
Okay.
That was that one almost got a tear. That was good.
That's cool. All right. So now let's hit you with a few curveball questions here. I know you own Rascals.
Yes.
Is there another restaurant you own?
I own Legend Sports Bar as well.
Okay. So, obviously there's only so much you can tell us right now, but just some funny moments about just being a restaurant owner.
I've had multiple cars that have driven through a building,
Okay.
not because of bereavement, but misplace of a pedal.
Huh.
So that's been weird to look out and actually see a vehicle parked in your building.
Wow. So now while somebody eating cheese curds, right? Like,
Yeah,
really oh, no.
we were talking about drive-up service. They're ready to go.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
We did have one person who ordered a bunch of food and was mad and called up that they showed up at a Rascals in Racine, Wisconsin that didn't have their food order. Yeah.
No, that's good. And two, and this is just me imagining, just being a part of it and seeing it. just being able to give back, and give, give to families and, be able to support families. And, I know recently, with our, feeding, during Thanksgiving and things like that, it's just, I know it warmed my heart up, and,
Well, throughout this year, I did a calculation. Just Christmas for kids, we'd raised over 23,000.
Okay.
2 different times this year. 8,000 in the summer, 15,000 this past weekend. We've had a couple different benefits. That was one of the ones that I liked. We had a child. I say child, but she's 20, I think 21.
Okay.
Came down and her heart exploded, and it wasn't at my building, but it was a UPS kid guy's daughter, and he said, "Can we do a fundraiser?" And we, with 1 week, put something together and was able to raise 20,000 for them.
Okay.
And good news, good note. She did receive a heart. I think she's home now with her family, so that's been good. But over this year alone, we've raised over $100,000 for local kids just in Loves Park and McChesney Park and part of Rockford area, just out of our area. So I mean, that's been something that I've tried to increase and do.
Okay.
But to actually get that number down and look at it and be like, wow,
Yeah.
that's actual kids and that's touching lives. That's not going to Red Cross and going to Louisiana, which, hey, that's all good, but literally in our backyard to our own families.
Right. Awesome. And
Tomorrow I give 20 hams to Harlem Roscoe to give out to families for Christmas.
Okay. Especially with, the times that we're in, to be able to do those things, especially within your community. Obviously, we thank you for that.
Thank you.
Very appreciative. So a couple more questions here. Who's your favorite person in the district?
My wife. I'm like,
That was a good call.
If she watches this, love her.
Okay.
But no, she's a hero, man. She does every day, gets up and loves what she does. She loves who she works with. She loves to work with the kids.
Okay.
That inspires me.
That was good. I'm glad you said that. So.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And then also too, love the sweater you got on right now. You're putting me to shame and everything, and it's the holiday spirit, but I love it. That's cool.
Yeah, thank you. I have a whole thing of them, but
Okay.
she only lets me put one on a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta pick and choose my moments.
All right. Well, if anybody is at the high school tomorrow night at 7:00, there's a musical going on, and I'll be the elf. So I don't believe I just said that on. But anyway, they won't see that right now. So if when this episode airs, it probably would be past that point. But yeah, I'll be
Spoiler alert.
I'll be the elf and narrating during the musical. So
Well, I'll be seeing you there then.
So okay, all right, I'll be there. So is every person on the show has done? They've taken a shot with the ESPN goal here, and let's see if you're ready to step up to it.
All right.
Almost. We'll get you another one. We'll get you one more. We can. Yeah. Let's see. That was good. That was a good one. All right, we're gonna stick with that first one. It's good. Well, I appreciate having you on the show.
Well, thank you, sir.
It's been an honor and a privilege, and it's an honor to obviously work alongside you as well.
It's been an honor and privilege to work alongside you and look to more in the future.
All right, thank you. So, as we always do in close, this will be, the one of the last podcasts for at least, before the Christmas break. So if you're seeing this after Christmas break, still want to wish everyone a happy holiday, safe holiday, and coming back to an even stronger Harlem School District. We appreciate, everything that you have done, from our students to our teachers, to our community members who are helping us, keep our schools open and keep our schools safe. So in saying that, I am Harlem, you are Harlem, we are Harlem. Good night, everyone.